Hello and welcome to Cathy Paints. I'm Cathy Wappel and I'll be painting Reaper miniatures today. Mostly, actually today, I will not be painting a Reaper miniature, probably because the one I'm working on is a Raging Heroes model. So yesterday, I mostly finished this one. Hey Fangwad, how are you? I mostly finished this one yesterday. And then I started on the hair of this one. 15 seconds in and already a lie. Yeah, you caught me. No, I actually admitted it. I did not lie, see. I made a mistake. And then I corrected it. Now, lying would be to say that this were a Reaper model, which it is not. This is a Raging Heroes model. And yesterday I painted the rest of the hair. I am calling the hair done, and we will be moving on to other parts of the model. I'm hoping to just get this finished off completely, but I see that this area right here on the hair, I wish this, hold on, let me see if I can lower this down a bit more. So this little area on the hair where it transitions from the light color to the dark color, it just seems I need something there and I'm not sure exactly what. Hey Trash Panda. Maybe I need a little bit more dark colors and I need to mute my phone because that's distracting. Okay. Magenta. Yes, I need magenta. Yeah, that's true. I do need magenta. I did use magenta in the hair. And maybe the shadow there requires it. But yeah, there's just this hard line and it goes too far down. Good nobbin, real brush guy. Thank you for hosting the stream. I appreciate that. Captain Mizzy, hi. You guys, I have a new tea today. It's just Yorkshire tea. And it's just plain old black tea. And it's delicious. Excuse me while I just enjoy the tea. It's been a day where my mind has been in a bunch of different places. None of them helpful places. Fangwad says, what makes it Yorkshire? I don't know. Should I know? I don't even remember who makes it. Something in Harrogate or Harricot something. I don't know. Hey, Queez. But I like it. I like it. How's Queez today? And I have to hydrate. Mizzy says more lurky Mizzy today, but feel free to come up with t-shirt ideas and make Cathy scream my name again. I like that. Mizzy likes it when I scream her name. Did you bike up and down and all around? So that picture that you showed me, was that there yesterday? Rush Guy says that tree was the only obstacle today. Okay. At least on the bike path, the only obstacle. There were other obstacles in life, I'm sure. Oh, did you take the long way today? Or is the river down far enough that you could bike further? Oh, okay. Trash Panda says my wife got me started on an indoor bike challenge. It's gonna kill me. Behind my backdrop is where my indoor bike, my that's where mine is. And I do that every morning. Only the tree over the bike lane, but how did you have to bike all the way back and around, or were you able to like carry your bike up the hill and around the tree? Hey, Dio. I'm pretty sure it's just hot in there. Maybe you want to turn the AC on. Turn, yeah, yeah. You see? So, I'm going to be working on her. I want to try and get her all finished today, which I know is saying a lot, especially because my brain is just, not cooperating with me as much as I would like it to. Fortunately, there was a short path up to the street right before the tree. Oh, that is lucky. You could go around it and go down the path a few hundred meter later. That's good. Thingwad says, "Hey Cathy, do you want to go squee?" Thingwad, I always want to go squee. What? 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 What am I looking at? What is this? Are they cultists? Is this Innsmouth? You just got fish fellas. Fish fellas. Is that like Carl? Is it like a chibi version of Carl? Is it like the chibi Carl? Or I'm sorry, Larry. This is Larry. Carl was the big Cthulhu guy. My apologies, Larry. Larry Fishman. Yeah, so that looked like a chibi of Larry Fishman. Yeah, a little bit more on the human side than Larry. Although you could paint it, you know. And then you've got the cultist of the, what was it, the silver, no, the dawn, no. What were the cultists? What was their church? The church of the, I don't remember. And it wasn't all that long ago that I read that. I mean, was that the midwinter reading session? It was, sometime within the last 6 months for sure. The one fat guy, when I just glanced at him and I thought he had a ball gag in his mouth, and I was like, what? What? What's happening here? They could look a bit more in-mouthy. Yeah. Also, says Fangwan. Well, that's cool. Ensign Shay by Hasselfree. Where's her insignia? Also, a very nice job. Where's her insignia? All right. Maybe I fixed this one part of the hair that I'm not entirely satisfied with first, which is, let's put purple. I still have purple and yellow together. So we'll get some purple going here. A little yellow. Nice dark color. See if I can satisfy my sensibilities. This requires a little bit of breath holding. I'm just throwing some shading underneath here. And put a little shading in up there. I'm just glazing this dark color into a few places now. Back here. And under here. Under here. We're just gonna do this all over. Need a little bit more dark in a few places. That's fine. Ooh. And then this. So inside of the hair right next to her face. That needs some work. I think it's just a dark color there and it looks weird. Now that I'm, getting a really close look at it. Fangwan says no insignia, didn't even think about that. She probably won't be needing it for much longer anyway. Well, that's true. She's a red shirt. She won't last long. But she definitely needs a little free-handed, insignia. Just saying. That's funny. You didn't even think about it, and that was the first thing I noticed. It's so weird how people are. Also, I'm a nerd. Where was I even going to put this color? Ah, next to her face. There's this bit of hair under here. It just looked like there was no paint there. I didn't even prime this black, and it just looked like black primer sitting there. So I definitely needed to get some other paint in there. Well, that looks better. It's a bit less harsh. Okay, I feel better. Now I need a little shading around the edge of her hair where it meets the white of her dress. And I think I'm going to have to do my little highlight thing over again there too. A little shading at the under this edge of her hair where it goes down, curves under right there. So I was thinking I was done with the hair yesterday, and then I looked at it today and I'm like, there's a few things that I feel like need a little bit of work. So, and that's fine. Fresh eyes of today, and last night I was over. I think I went over by at least 15 minutes trying to finish the hair. Uh, I do like this area better now. I think the transition is a bit smoother than it was, and the lightest highlight is in a better place. I think it was too far down. So, thank you for shouting out the trash panda. This is almost the same color I would use for a non-metallic gold. I guess the weather's just kind of screwing with my head today. And I know I'm not the only person who's noticed that when the barometric pressure goes up and down, then my head seems to go with it. my sinuses. Alright, I put some color in there, then I rinsed my brush off, and I can just move that color around with just the damp brush. So we'll do that. And then we'll just do that up here too. Okay, I think we're good now. I think I can say the hair is done. I mean, up until I accidentally, touch it with one of my other colors that I'm using. Trash Panda says, you keep shouting me out and it might actually stream again one day. You totally should. Just walk away. Just walk away, Renee. Who's just walking away? So, I like listening to my Echo Dots soundtrack. It's the My Soundtrack, which is based on songs I like and songs I listen to on Amazon Music. And I like it because it throws some really weird stuff at me. And that was one of the songs it threw at me from the 1960s, I think. Walk Away from the Mini. I can't just walk away from the Mini. I have to paint it. But I can walk away from the hair. I need to smooth out the transition between the white and the purple here. So we are going to get more purple out on the palette, and we're going to get magenta out on the palette. Shake up the purple and the magenta. Brush Guy says, wow, I just got up and almost dropped because my legs were cramping. Ooh. Yeah, take the vitamins. Take the vitamins. That's no good. Eat some nanners. Fangquad says, my goal for today is to paint up 4 3D printed treasure chests real quick for game tokens. Are you using acrylics or oils, Fangwad? And you're done? Did you took magnesia? Ow, that just legs cramping up just sounds so painful. I mean, I've had my legs cramp up, but not both of them at the same time. Ow. What am I missing? Oh, I have white. Alright. Blue? Maybe? I do still have blue out on my palette. It was the upper ow! Was it like your hamstrings? Was it the back of your legs? I have one of my hamstrings has been threatening. It's been threatening to be cramping. This is the channel where we talk about muscle aches and pains. Because we old. Oh. Hey, everybody. Which part of your body hurts the most right now? Hey, Acid Burton Punk. How's that song go? My hips back, oh God, what was that crack? My hips, my back, oh God. The most, Captain Mizzy. Which part hurts the most? I know, it's hard to say sometimes. Maybe I need some blue. Phthalo blue. Because purple. Phthalo blue. Purple. Phthalo blue and magenta makes a spectacular purple. I know I have the purple out here. And that makes, if I mix magenta with it, it makes a nice warm reddish purple. But if I mix magenta with phthalo blue, it gets me this deep sort of electric blue purple, which is so pretty. So pretty. Mizzy says, probably still my lower back, feet, and legs. I walked 12,000 steps Sunday and 16,000 Monday, so that's a lot, Captain Mizzy. That's retail life right there. That's just all day on your feet at the job. I kind of wished that I had one of those step counter things when I worked at Offworld. I was just curious, just curious about how much I was on my feet moving around, especially at conventions. Grocery retail life and death. Yep. Good times. Good times. Yeah, the businesses don't care about the welfare of their workers here, Brush Guy. Generally speaking, because that would cost money. That would wreck their bottom line because hashtag capitalism. Oh, yes. Thank God you have laws in the civilized world. Need more magenta. See, Trash Panda was 100% correct. At the very beginning of the stream, he was like, magenta. He just jumped in with magenta, and he was correct. Okay. Just looking at my purples out in front of me here. I like it. I like where I'm going with that. Brush Guy says, besides, I have to walk up and down our staircase multiple times a day, so I'm walking a lot each day too. Fangwad says, I got a replacement 3D printer over the weekend, and I might be a little too excited about having a properly working one again. Well, hopefully it stays working. But you know, there's voodoo. There's always gremlins in the machine with those. So be prepared to cry a little. Be prepared to cry a little. Trash Panda says, I'm not right often, so I get the surprise. Well, it's pretty easy to predict that I'm going to be using magenta. Fangwad says there are, so I need to crank out good prints while I have the chance. Don't break it. Don't break it, Fangwad. Okay, so purple to white. I have a blue. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do here. Maybe blue. Maybe I'll just glaze straight blue into some of the dark areas. And that's just gonna tint. It's gonna tint those areas blue. More blue. I'm not looking for this to be an opaque color. I'm looking for it only to tint the purple color that I have there. I don't want it to be opaque. I very seldom want my paints to be opaque. This whole area under where between her legs, under, this is such an awkward place to get to. I feel like I did it though. I did it. I did it. V is going to be really upset with you all when she gets here. There's been a remarkable lack of distraction. I'm actually painting. I mean, I'm getting some work done on this. Hey, Misco. Ah, Misco has redeemed the hydrate. There you go, Misco. Ah. Brush Guy has redeemed the stretch. Okay. Opaque is for house walls, yes. Or Hosu walls, you know. I just figured that was your big ham fingers. Your big sausage fingers. Trash Panda says, man, I'm so eager to get a new printer. Someday it will happen. Brush Guy wishes he had space there for a 3D printer. Oh my goodness. If you had space there for a 3D printer, you would not have any more space in which to live. Eventually you would fill the entire place up with models. And where would you put them? Clumsy me. Fangwood says, not that easy. I'm trying to convince you, but all my supplies easily fit on a 2" by 4" table. Wait, 2" by 4" table? That's a mighty small table. Fangwad. Yeah, I'm assuming you meant 2" by 4". But that actually says 2" by 4". And that's hilarious. Trash says, I just finished up Beast, so I've been deep into the art-alonging. Ooh, arting along is fun. Ooh, I'm stretching stretch. 2" by 4" would not be the problem. No, that would be fine. Can you imagine the miniatures you would get from a printer that only took up 2" by 4" of space? They'd be very tiny models indeed. Oh, the inch and the foot are in the wrong order. Yeah. I knew what you meant, though. I knew what you meant. Hey, Snowyak. I'm just stretching. Hello there. Hello. Stretch. I'm just playing with dolls. Playing with dolls, you know, like you do. Wait, Snowyak is melting? Wait, are you melting because it's hot out? Or is your heart melting because, I don't know, you like stretch? Hmm. That's understandable. Stretch is a handsome man. Okay, there is a link here that I missed. Trash says I had to stop before I messed things up. So let's see what it was he's... Oh, Beast! This Beast. Okay. Okay, cool. You know what? It's funny that the thing that he's holding on to just looks like a 3D printing support. I mean, I know it isn't. It's supposed to be like a gantry or a girder or something, but also I love that he's reading a book because that's what he does. Because you know our Beast. He's a smart guy. Fangwad says, Arg, there's one model I keep trying to print and it isn't coming out right. Model has really cool braid hairstyle. What model is it, Fangwad? You can post a picture or a link to wherever it is that the STL is from. Yeah, his heart is melting for Stretch. And isn't yours? No, because the brush guy is an ice cold heart. His heart is ice cold. He feels nothing for Stretch. It's a tragedy, really. Did I just see that the 50,000 raised for our Read Me a Chapter? I don't even know what it's at. What is it? 80,000 that it's at? I don't even know. Trash Panda says I had to choose the book option. There really is no option not to. Yeah, I mean you have to have the beast have a book. Snowyak played Pathfinder again yesterday. Yay! Is it the second edition Pathfinder? Cold as ice, yeah. It's cold as ice. I can hear that in my head. I can't sing it. You're still playing First Ed? We one of one of the Pyro Club's Thursday night Ember Exchange. We decided we were going to discover Pathfinder First Edition, and were there 4 of us or 5 of us? Either 4 or 5. It was me and Vlieger Dragon and Big Jim Slade and Zeltaris, and maybe that was it. Anyways, none of us had ever played before. None of us knew anything about Pathfinder at all. Any edition. And so we rolled up characters. Because why not? It was so. None of us knew what was going on. We were all like, so what does this do? How do you do this? This makes no sense. But I don't even remember. I don't even remember what we were doing, but it was fun. We had fun. And then we were like, we're ready to play. We have our characters, but we don't have anybody to run the game, any adventure. So we just like made up. We ran our own little game with the chat's help, of course. It was stupid. It was ridiculous. It was I don't cool may not be the correct adjective. Cool may not be the right word. I don't think awesome is either. No. But fun. We had fun. I don't know if anybody watching necessarily would. You defeated a huge enemy fleet with our pirate fleet. You have a whole fleet now? Odd. Now you're getting closer. Rara. Fangwad says not a great picture, but this one. Oh, that's neat. I can see why you want to print that out. STLs are free. Oh, Fangwad says Sculptor is the capsule chibi guy. He's doing a skirmish game miniature line called Magical Girl Assault. Cool. Oh, wow. Those look fun. More fodder for the printer, right, brush guy? You see what I'm saying? It's a good thing you don't have a 3D printer. Otherwise, you'd be printing out models and just throwing them. They no sooner would you get them off the printer and cured, and you'd just be throwing them in a pile in the corner, and they would be stacking up all the way to the ceiling. And then you would have to start another pile next to it and stack those all up to the ceiling, and then you wouldn't have any place to sleep. I understand how this is going to play out in your world. Yes, like all the other users do. Precisely. Precis. And he's going to be at ReaperCon too. Cool. Cool. I feel I feel a little sad that I'm not going to ReaperCon this year, but the way that uh, things are looking with that Delta variant and stuff, I kind of am a little glad that I'm waiting. Trash Panda says we're having a little bit of a spike here right now too. The state of Illinois, oddly enough, seems to be doing pretty well compared to other states. So I feel good about that. Meanwhile, I have purple paint drying on my palette. Illinois, the state of Illinois, which, Chicago is just one city, one big city in the state of Illinois. Yeah, all states are seeing an increase. Trash says we don't have a lot of cases, but test positivity rate has gone from 2 to 15% in the last week. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true, Snowyak. The rest is just farms. Well, there's the state capital, which is in Springfield. But that's not a huge city. And then, yeah, the rest is farms. Pretty much. Don't be too serious. I know you. I know. But you're right. You're right. The rest is just farms. That's not wrong. There's Chicago City of 9 million, and then the capital city Springfield, which is what we call downstate, in the south, and then everything else is just farms. Borderline. I love my new tea. Snayak says they bought a nice local sheep cheese Monday at the farm. Oh, I want sheep cheese. I wasn't hungry. I wasn't hungry until you mentioned sheep cheese. Is it schapkaas? Is that how you say it? Or is it called something? Schapkaas. Okay. Trash Panda says Texas is mostly ranches and desert, except for, Houston and the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and Austin. I mean, it's a huge state, so unexpected. Hello. Snowyak says, and when I came home, I found I received the same from my ex-mother-in-law as a present for helping her with her phone. Oh, that's sweet. So you have extra cheese. And how is Pun today? I need to fade. I need to fade this color down and like, yeah, words are, I'm having a problem with words today too, apparently. I wanted to smooth the transition between the purple and the white. Which I can kind of only do when I'm really concentrating on it. So I apologize if I get quiet as I try to make this happen. And I have this song in my head that I cannot sing and I don't know the name of it. How inconvenient that is. Can't sing it. I don't know the name of it. I can't even hum it. Yet it's there. I think it's just a song that I heard when I was, remember I was talking about the Echo Dot just playing random songs for me. A great song of inconveniences. No. Snowyak says Cathy said she can't talk today. Apparently I can't type. Well, that's fine. When can you ever type? Whenever can you type? My Dutch lesson today is in pronominal adverbs. And I have no idea what a pronominal adverb is. I need to Google it. And I suck at them. I I was terrible with it this morning. I know you can't help me because I can't even hum the tune. You don't know what who does? besides a grammar teacher? I don't. And it's in English. I mean, those are English words. I have no idea. Well, I know what adverbs are. Oh, the where they talk about word order and it says manner. No, it says time, manner, and place. No, time, manner, and yeah, place. Yeah. So when, how, and where, and but where all these words go in sentences is a mystery to me. Like ergens for. I can't even think of a sentence that as an example because it was so confusing. Pun words are hard. Fangwad says it sounds like pronoun plus adverb. Is that a thing that exists in your language? Yeah, an adverb modifies a word. I don't know. I have no idea. I've had enough trouble with regular adverbs when doing Mad Libs. So, anybody here ever done Mad Libs? Right, Dio? Don't think I didn't go and watch that cartoon like 3 times. Lolly, 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 get your adverbs here. Got a lot of holly jolly adverbs here. Snowyak says I needed Google. Yeah, I need to Google it. You're gonna need him to write or read or even think about it. Hooray! We're a little bit closer to the read me a chapter, please. Fangwad has done Mad Libs. I love Mad Libs. I have a bunch of old Mad Libs back there. I like doing Mad Libs with people is one of those things where I just am laughing so hard that it hurts my sides. Do Mad Libs on stream? Oh, I could totally do Mad Libs on stream, Dio. Bangwan says I keep screwing up particles in Japanese. It probably doesn't help that they don't exist in English. Yeah, I was gonna say particles. Well, I don't know what that is. Dio says, of course I am going to answer boobs for any noun you ask for. That's fair. That's fair, Dio. I would expect nothing less. So, okay, so we'll have a Mad Libs Day, for sure. But you better show up for Mad Libs Day. Notice how no one gets timed out for saying boobs in my chat? I had to turn off the word mod because I wanted to talk about anatomy and it wasn't letting me. It was not letting us have a conversation about anatomy, especially you know what, it's because of these two models right here. And they just always sit here and watch me because they're awesome. The eyeball boob monster and the vagina monster. You got some of you may remember the eyeball boob monster and the vagina monster. So any guess which one's which? Although, they so this is supposed to be an eyeball, right? And I wanted to make the eyeball like a dragon eye, but they actually sculpted in the iris and the pupil, but instead of making them concave like they do on some busts where the eye is just sort of dug out, a little concave iris and pupil, right? It was an outie. So the iris and the pupil were outies, and it just looked like the areola of a boob. I'm like, there's a nipple there, and it just looks like this big boob on on the shoulder. I took a hobby knife and I flattened it out because I didn't want that iris and pupil on the model. I wanted to do the dragon eyeball. But yeah, you let me show you. I have the picture. Let me find it. This is what it looked like. It just it just looked like a boob. Am I right? Yeah, that's a boob. So he's the eyeball boob monster, and that's the vagina monster. And we couldn't talk about it in the chat because every time somebody typed something in, all their messages would go away. It was super annoying. So I had to turn off the mod. So I have no protection from anybody's words, which is fine because words. Fangwad says, I feel like there's probably a Jackbox game that is basically Mad Libs. Is there? Dio says they've never really seen. Oh, Dio. And you have kids. Oh no, this mod has to turn himself off too now? Oh, that's so sad. Okay. Okay. Go turn yourself off. Have a good night. Schlaf gut. Oh, that's perfect. Yes'm. Yes'm, this mod is completely depleted. No, that's perfect. You just said yes'm. Like you were saying, yes ma'am. This mod is completely depleted. Yes'm. That's how I read it. So, even if that's not what you actually meant to say, I thought you were being clever. Don't ruin the moment. Don't ruin the moment by telling me what you meant. Mizzy says Warfare Weekend dice come in Friday, so after I get done at the office, I'm going to get the bags to package them in. Yay, dice! And Callie's here. Can we get a shout out for the Calisandra, please? The one and only Calisandra. If you're not following Callie yet, go and follow her. She paints miniatures, and her adorable cat sits on the desk and watches her and tries to participate. Oh, hooray! Double shout out. Yep. That's what we do. Still just working on that transition between the purple and the white here. And it's going slow, so me finishing this model by the end of the stream is maybe a bit of an ambitious goal. It's a bit ambitious. I'm comfortable with it. I'm trying to avoid the hair as I paint the dress. And it's a bit of a challenge. The white goes further down on this side than it does on this side, so I guess I need to take that into account here. Once again, I need to concentrate on what I'm doing so that I don't mess things up. Like I almost just did. It's fine. Sometimes you just need a little straight up white to glaze over things, to just make them a little lighter. You don't want it to be white when you take your white and you just glaze over other things. You just want that lighter value. And that's a good way to do it if you want a really light value. I think we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Snoyak says a change of the guard with Mizzy showing up. Mizzy's been lurking for pretty much the whole time, working and lurking. Kelly says watches, tries to participate, are code words for gets in the way. Yes. Odin watches and participates in the miniature painting experience. Great big tentacly octopus hugs. The real brush guy is hugging everyone. Okay. More purple. Mo's magic! A brush guy leaves and Mo shows up. How are you, Mo? What are you up to today? I'm just trying to transition my white to purple through a series of glazes because I enjoy doing glazes. I could also do it with wet blending. That's another alternative for doing a smooth transition like that. I'm just throwing a little bit of my purple magenta on here in addition to my blue magenta. So blue magenta, not just blue, but phthalo blue. Phthalo blue and magenta makes a really beautiful purple, and purple, like Reaper Clear Purple and magenta, makes another fun purple. So you get a little of each. I like to use that. There are two different. One is a warm reddish purple, and the other one is a cooler blue purple. So it's nice to use them in combination to just alternate between warmer and cooler colors. And I am doing a little bit of wet blending right here. Because why not? Now I'm just going to glaze in a little straight phthalo blue up in the shadow by the hair. And then rinse my brush off and take only the damp brush to kind of blend the edges. Really, when I say blend the edges in that way, it's just dissipating, using that water to make the paint just dissipate. Now I need to breathe. Hey, thanks, Mo. Mo's is painting Hooky with MechWarrior Online. That's cool. Izzy says business is picking up at the office, which means I'm not as social in the chat. That's a good thing, though, right? It also means that I'm much closer to being able to have days off again. So yes, that is a good thing. Sheza, hey Sheza. Thank you for contributing to the Read Me a Chapter challenge. We may eventually get to read chapter 9 of At the Mountains of Madness, because that's what that is. That is Cathy reads a chapter out of At the Mountains of Madness by H.P. Lovecraft. We only have like 4 chapters left. So, I think it's 4. We're on chapter 9. And then, I had taken a vacation, so I was gone for a week, and then so nobody was contributing during that time. Snowyak also needs to sleep. Slap lekker, Snowyak. Totsiens. Hey, Jarrett. 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 Eet smakelijk voor straks. I know the word strax, but my brain isn't letting me find the meaning of it. I know I've learned that word, but I can't think of it. Like, eat smaklik is, you know, eat well, enjoy your meal. Oh, a little later. Oh, are you throwing pronominal adverbs at me? I told you I suck at that. But no, I need the practice, so thank you. Bedankt. You can come in and praat Nederland met me anytime. Anytime. Jarrett says this mini looks incredible. Thank you. And Acid Burn. Thanks for contributing to the Read Me a chapter. I was hoping to finish her. This is one of those models that has a lot of really nice detail. So I feel like no matter how you paint it, it's going to end up looking good. No matter what you're doing to it. Because the details are clear, clean, crisp, really well done. The anatomy is really well done. Uh, but that's Raging Heroes. They have some phenomenal artists working for them. Do I need to? I don't think I need to do any more highlights on there. I don't. If anything, I need to tone down some color on the front a little bit. And I feel like my light color, I suppose it should be a little darker. Since this is sheer fabric, this on the inside should not be so dark if the light can get through it. So let's make that a little lighter. Okay, that's maybe a little lighter than I intended. I just took and rinsed my brush off and used only the moist bristles to move that paint around so that it wasn't quite so bright and opaque all in one spot. All right. I like that. Okay, I like that. That worked. We're going to glaze a little more just straight up blue down there. I'm enjoying just glazing some blue into a few places, because when you glaze that phthalo blue, because it's so translucent, it just tints whatever color underneath it there is. So if it's purple underneath it, it's just going to make it a little more blue purple. If it was orange underneath it, it would make it a little brown, actually, because the orange and the phthalo blue together kind of make a bit of a brown. Shez Gaming says moist. What a word. Well, you have to moisten the tip sometimes. There's just no other way to say it. What could I do? Okay, so the dress, maybe. Mo says GW has an entire line of moist elves. Ah, yes, what are they called? Deepkin? So deep. It's what we do all day. We just moisten the tip. See? We just the tip. Like so. Now I'm going to go back in with this white and hit all the highlight places on these fabric folds. There we go. And I have lint stuck to it. Dio volunteers as tribute. Okay. You bring the cream cheese frosting. Teach you how to paint the Cathy way. Shasta says I just choked on my spit from laughing so hard. Well, my work here is done. I can leave now. That's my greatest hobby. Dio's getting into the car now. It'll be a stream, Dio. We'll just sit here and moisten the tips together. It'll be a beautiful thing. Yes, Dio. I feel like everyone should see. Everyone should see it. See how easy it is. Right now I am I am adding these highlights because I really want to differentiate the cloth from the skin. Well, no, I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to describe it. So I want this sheer cloth look. But what you have to do is paint all the parts of the cloth that are deep enough, that are touching the skin colored, and then all the parts of the cloth that are, like the top of the wrinkles, those parts are not touching the skin, so they are going to be white, or whatever color your fabric is. So that is what I'm trying to do here. And sometimes it's easy to do, and sometimes it's not so easy to do. It really kind of depends on how the fabric is sculpted. Actually, and this leg where the thigh is going backwards, down here you wouldn't get any of that because the fabric is not resting against the leg here, because the leg is way further back. And you kind of have to imagine that in your mind's eye. Which can also be difficult. And I just happened to have the skin tone on my palette from the other night when I was painting that satyr. So that's lucky. I feel a little better about the sheer fabric now. I've kind of talked through it out loud. I've talked myself through it by telling you guys about what I'm doing. I'm way off center, aren't I? Let me see if I can fix that. I am pretty happy with how that's going, I have to say. I feel like maybe the dress is done now and the hair is done, so I should do the staff. I don't know what else I wanted to do. I kind of like the look of this sort of ivory color, but then the wrap things need to be a different color. Now if I did them red like the gem, it would just look like a candy cane. So maybe I make them either this dusty rose color like the roses, or I make them purple like the dress. And then she's got this bracelet thing here, and I'm not sure what. Like, I guess I could make it gold or silver, but I don't really have silver anywhere else on the model. So that would be weird. And I think this part needs to be metallic, non-metallic metal. So, I don't know. Maybe if that's silver? I don't want it to be silver though. Do I want it to be gold? Maybe I just want it to be white. Maybe it's just white. I don't know. I can't decide. Can't decide. With the it's got these crows, or I'm saying they're crows, but like blackbirds or whatever birds. I just made them blackbirds. I don't know what they're supposed to be. Birds. Oh, they're swallows. They have the little forked tail, right? That's a swallow, right? Okay, so it only took me how long of staring at this model to finally figure that out? So, what does a swallow look like? What does a swallow look like? You have to be careful when you're Googling swallows. Purple martins, barn swallows. Aw. Birds. Cheepies. Shuzza. I speak the truth, though. Right, Bo? Truer words were never spoken. Cookie. Hey, Cookie. Cookie says, I know the last time I Googled swallow, I had to clear my browser history. Right? That's exactly it. So there's swallows. And this part's not going to be metal. It's just going to be whatever color, whatever the staff is. Say it's like carved ivory or something, or wood, or I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. At any rate, I need to know what the back of a swallow looks like, not the front. There we go. Now we got a good picture. Oh, it looks almost just like how I have it painted. Well, that's fortuitous. I don't have to do a whole lot of work with that. Well, that's good. And how is Cookie today? How's our Cookie? How did your leg of lamb turn out the other day? I saw that and I was like, I want to hop into my car and drive to Canada. I love lamb. Love, love, love. It was amazing. Your dad was so happy. I was like, dude, he has it in the oven already. So, how long does it cook for? I've never made it. I need a dark color. I need a dark color. What if purple and phthalo blue, what do those look like together? Dark but still way too blue. How can I change that? What can I add to red? I need red. 2 hours. Oh, okay. So that's not long. That's about like a chuck roast. Lamb was cheaper than beef at Costco. We may have bought a few. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, funny story. When I was working at the meat market, Brotherson's doesn't exist anymore, but we had this old freezer in the basement. It was so creepy looking that it had been used as scenery in like horror movies. Before Cathy worked there, it was just called the market. Before I worked there, it was called Brotherson's Meats. After I worked there, it was the meat market. It's true. True story. No. But the first day that I was there, like everybody came in to see the girl butcher. Not girl butcher, but because that'd be weird. But the freezer downstairs would fully look like somebody was sawing up people and stacking them up in the freezer. Anyways, so I digress. I digress by a lot. This was in reference to the leg of lamb. My boss was down in that freezer moving stuff around to try and find something. And a leg of lamb fell onto his face, hit him in the eye, and gave him a black eye, as if somebody had grabbed it by the hock or by the shank, and then just like wham, smacked him in the face with it. Yeah, the lamb tenderized him. We were all like, what do you tell people at that point that they're going to believe? Sheza says, if we're talking about meat, I've been working at the morgue. It has done wonders for teaching me skin tones. I feel like, have we had that conversation before? Either that or there's another person who also works in a morgue and said the same thing. Which is interesting in this hobby it had to have been you. Like, speaking about meat, I've been working at the morgue. Wait, was it in a Discord? Do you have a different name in a Discord? Maybe it was in a Discord instead of like in a chat. You didn't say anything. It was a silence from the lambs. Oh, lordy. You're still Sheza in Discord? Okay. Alright, so I have a suitably dark color out on the palette now. We are creeping ever closer to Chapter 9 of At the Mountains of Madness. So that's cool. Sheza says, but I was painting a decomposing body for the Wendigo model from Lord of the Print, and the next day one comes in. Ironic. Oh, yay. I guess. The decomposing body. Hey, Sibstorm. Thank you very much. I was hoping to get this one finished today, but, you know, chat. But we're much, much closer to done. And I finally realized that these are swallows because forked tail. I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out. The body is going to be darker. Yeah, this model has been so much fun to paint just because, excuse me, just because the detail is so nice on it. But that's, that's Raging Heroes when you print their STL files yourself. Excuse me. Oh, wow.
Your command.
Hobbies for happiness. Hey, Allie, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How is Allie? Oh, thank you for the follow, Megapedia. Thanks for the follow. Who else was it? I just saw the name go by. Brem. Jan Brem. Or Brame. Is it Brame? Welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, Big Jim Slate Gaming.
Do you want ants? Because that's how you get ants.
Inner excellence.
Hey, Cathy. You and James are making me want to print so bad.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for that sub. That is awesome. Yeah, this is a Raging Heroes model. Actually, it's Sipestorm who's in the chat who printed this one. If you can get those STLs from Raging Heroes and print them yourself, they have some phenomenal art. Hey, Plague Bearer. It's going great. Megapedia, thank you so much. Dio says, Jarrett, Cathy's been doing nothing but moistening the tip the whole stream. I mean, that's how you paint. That's literally how you paint. You take the brush, you moisten the tip in paint or water. You like a little bit of water, a little bit of paint, right? This is what we do, right? I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one who moistens the tip, right? Allie says, sorry, my phone is not liking Twitch. Oh, phones never like Twitch. It's the Twitch mobile app is terrible. Thank you, Allie, for the raid. If you were having trouble before and missed that, I really appreciate it. Dio says you're the only one who is so randy when you do it. I don't know what you're saying, Dio. You seem to be implying something. Yeah, Plague Bear, Twitch mobile is trashed here. Exactly. Yeah, I am not the only one. Wait, what? Inner excellence. Sure, you're not the only one. I needed to read that in the proper tone of voice in which it was intended. Dada says, I'm speaking Bibles full of truth. I'm not Randy, you're Randy. That's my comeback. Thank you. I'm not Randy. You're Randy. Plague Bear says, I thought you were Cathy. See, right? I'm Cathy. I don't know where you're getting this whole Randy thing from. Right, Asmo? Yeah. Yeah. Dio can quit anytime he wants. Dio's coming over to my house to learn how to moisten the tip properly. I give lessons. It's an adjective, not a noun. What what exactly makes you laugh for different reasons, Big Jim Slade Gaming? Wait, Randy is an adjective, not a noun? It's a proper noun. Just saying, it is a proper noun. In addition to also being an adjective. Like Austin Powers. Are you Randy, baby? I know, I know, I know. Dio says, I was asked to make a collar for Hobbies for Happiness. She said much later that it was for her dog. I am suspect. So I just out and out admitted that the collar was for me. I was like, can you make me a dog collar like the one that you made for Capmaster? Because that's gorgeous and I want like a dog collar. For me, for my own neck. This neck right here. Yeah. So you know, Allie, it's okay. It's okay. Allie's hiding her real needs. We all have needs, Allie. It's fine. It's fine. We don't shame. He got himself involved in the fetish world. What makes you think he wasn't already there, Plague Bear? Oh, yes, your wife's name. That's right. Happy anniversary, by the way. Dad says dog is a bull mastiff. Asks for a 14 inch. I mean, a bull mastiff. Dog's head is bigger than my head. They're huge. They're so cute, though. You know what? Cap's not here, but I just like want to take his dog's face and just be like, just squish his ears and squish his face. I want to squish his face because I love bull mastiffs. Shazza. This is more than Dice After Dark. Oh, this is just Cathy. After Dark, well, that's like Monday night. That's like Monday Night Paint Club in the Pyro Club Discord. Uh, that's much closer to After Dark, I would think. I would think so. Wouldn't other people agree with that assessment? Acid Burn says he used to work with a bull mastiff that thought it was a lap dog. Don't they all? I think they all do. Yeah, I am also a sucker for big doggos. I love dogs. I love dogs. I love all dogs. When I was visiting my folks in Minnesota uh, a couple weeks ago, my sister was there and she brought her boyfriend's dog, one of, and his dogs are Chihuahuas. And this little Chihuahua's name was Butch. I was afraid to touch it at first because it was so small. She's like, "You want to hold it?" And it's like, you know how you don't have kids, you're not really a baby person, and somebody goes, "Here, do you want to hold my newborn infant?" And you're like, "Ah." So, kind of like that. But then but then once he was on the floor and then I crouched down to pet him. All he wanted to do was like stand under my knee as if there was a cave there and then look out. He was really adorable. But yeah. Yeah, I like big dogs. He was a very cute little chihuahua and he had a lot of personality, this dog. Super cute. Plague Bear says, I don't know, you were just painting a mushroom on Monday. Nothing sus there. Look. Look, look, look. See. There's mushrooms. There's mushrooms on this model. I had to paint them. I had to. There's the, there's the, you know, that's the guy I was painting. This guy, look, mushrooms. What? What? Inner Excellence says, no judging, I'm waiting for my zebra stripe onesie now. Aw, that would be adorable. I want to see pictures, Inner Excellence. Zebra stripe onesie. Oh, Jahan Brame says, sorry, driving at work. Hey, that's fine. That's totally fine. Drive safe. Inner Excellence says, Mastiffs are an amazing breed. I would never call them cute, but they are the most endearing. They are so cute. They are so cute. They're cute, big, jowly, smushy face. You just want to grab it and just like, super cute. But then when I was playing Ogre Kingdoms for Warhammer Fantasy, I also thought my ogres were super cute. Also, uh, this is Pumpkinhead. This is my Plague Lord of Nurgle, and he is also super cute. Super cute Plague Lord.
By your command.
I mean, just look at that face. Oh, I lost the head. On this guy, I lost the head bit. I don't know what happened to it, so I had to improvise, and that's why his head is a pumpkin. Thanks to the chat. I was like, gosh, what should I do? I need to improvise. What should I do with the head? I'm gonna make it out of green stuff. And they all said, his head should be a pumpkin. So, yeah, it's canon. Plague Bear said my ex had a Shih Tzu and that dog was something else. Yeah, that's been my experience with Shih Tzus. Ogres, right? The ogres are cute, Allie. They're super cute. Megapedia is lurking, getting ready for D&D. D&D is what I'm doing when I finish my stream. I will be eating and then D&D. Then it's D&D night. Hey, Big Jim Slade, are you doing world building tonight, or are you doing your D&D thing on the Pyro Club tonight? I don't have a shout out, but people should follow Big Jim Slade Gaming. If they aren't following him already. Unless Captain Mizzy is still lurking If Captain Mizzy is still lurking, that would be awesome. And Megapedia is in that. Yes, the Pyro Club D&D. Megapedia and Hobbies for Happiness and Jarrett. And who am I missing? I'm missing somebody. Hey, Cosmic Cubicle. Diving into your Crisis Protocol box? Ooh, cool. Sweet. You have a new member, Slack Aerobics? Oh, cool. Slack Aerobics is taking over for Zeltaras. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, hey, Scott Roscoe. Welcome in. Thank you very much. Thank you for the follow, Scott. I'm sorry I missed that a little bit ago. Dio says Zeltaras was fired for moistening the tip and painting mushrooms. I'm pretty certain you're wrong about that, Dio. That was Cathy. Also, she was not fired, nor did she quit. Although I would enjoy seeing Zeltaras paint mushrooms. Not gonna lie. That would be amusing. What was I doing on here? What was I even doing? Oh, I was painting swallows. So I determined that the birds on the staff are swallows because they have the forked tails. Asmo says you want to watch Zeltaras paint with mushrooms. Or that, Asmo. Or that. Either or. I'm game for both. Or that, Dio. Any of the above would be amusing. I doubt that would happen, but you know. Alright, let's see about getting a little more paint on these swallows. They're just getting some shadows in the right place. They look like they're mostly either black or dark brown on their backs, or like sort of a purpley brown, which is perfect because there's purple on this model already. So it's nice when you can, you know, sort of repeat a color somewhere else, especially a color that's already sitting on your palette. Just refining details right now, kind of on the end of painting this model, towards the end of it. I had hoped that I could finish it today, but honestly, the staff I think is going to take me a little longer to do. It's going to require a bit more concentration than what I have going right now in my brain. So I think I'll be doing that later off stream. And there's little, let's see, there's little, where's the little white bands? I have a photo reference that I found. So on the tail there's a little white band, and I don't know if I want to put a little white band on the tail, to be honest. I don't think I do because it's such a tiny detail It would look strange, I think. Plague Bear says, of course they're swallows. What other kind of bird would play amongst the mushrooms? You've got to be careful when you're Googling swallow images. That's just the facts. Yeah, we already had that conversation. Yeah, careful to get the right images. Sibstorm says, since it's my wife's mini, I feel like there's an innuendo there. Well, if you feel it, Sibstorm, then it's probably true. Sheza says, of course, I want to join one of these painting parties. Well, you should. Are you in the Pyro Club Discord yet, Sheza? Because every Monday night, yay, excellent. Every Monday night in the Discord is hobby night. So a lot of times we're painting or prepping models, and one time somebody was painting the walls of his house. He's just hanging out in the chat, painting the walls of his house, which is perfect. Cosmic Cubicle says, if you feel it, they will come. Yeah, actually, yeah. If you feel it, they will come. that was kind of perfect. Yeah, it's Big Jim Slade says, just remember, there ain't no toss in Discord. Which is why Cathy was painting mushrooms. In Discord and not on stream. You know, because some models have to be painted. And you can't do them on stream. Cosmic Cubicle says, I have my own toss. You have your own terms of service? Go on. Sheza says, Big Jim Slay Gaming, oh, I have a whole naked man I need to paint. That's perfect, Sheza. I'm still waiting for Nixel to send me mannequins that I can then epoxy sculpt, adding things to them based on conversations we've had on paint night. Cosmic Cubicle says, yeah, you agree you wanted to interact with me. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's fair. Big Jim Slade volunteers as tribute. Wow. Big Jim Slade and Diomedes Industries have both volunteered as tribute today. I'm complete. I am complete. Yeah, Dio, more mushrooms on paint night. You can never have too many. Sheza says it's Captain America with nothing but a helmet and his boots on. And a belt. But does he have his shield? I mean, I feel like if I wanted to paint a Captain America, you'd have to have his shield. His shield is covering his anatomy. That's how we say it. Anatomy. It's fine. Yeah, Cosmic Cubicle. You definitely need more paint nights. The hammer is my mushroom. What is that, Thor? The hammer is my mushroom. When Captain America throws his mighty shield. Oh, it's an STL. Sweet. Oh. Weirdly enough, both of his hands are empty, though. His, his anatomy is holding up the shield. I just figured the shield was on his arm, but that's much better, Acid Burn. That's much better. Well, hey, look at the time. I have so this is the model that I've finished, except for the base. The base needs a bit of work, and the base rim needs to be painted. But she's the one that I finished yesterday. Finished painting the water part, and then once the Raging Heroes model is done, then we will finish up this one, and we're still finishing the Paladin. You're doing some non-metallic steel, non-metallic gold, and other stuff on this one. Little elf paladin. So yeah, so those are the things that I'm working on this week. And Fridays, every Friday is a reading stream. That's when I read Pulp Fiction of the early 1900s out loud. So join me this Friday. Ooh, I finished A Princess of Mars, the first book in the John Carter of Mars series, last Friday. So I need to figure out what I'm going to read this Friday. Hey, Mick and Kim, how are you? I'm just getting ready to. Hey, Scotch and Hobbies. I'm just getting ready to share the love with somebody else, and it's probably going to be Motor City Ray because I love him. He's awesome. And Dio just reminded me that he's streaming right now. Oh, Mo says there really aren't that many beefcake models, which my lady enjoys as much as I like the lady models. Would really like to find more for her. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure they're out there. Shazza says, I'll throw the Captain America link on the Pyro Discord for you. Oh, cool, cool. There is a in Asmo's channels, there's a 3D printing channel. The 9 layers of 3D printing, I believe it's called. So yeah, let's raid Motor City Ray. Oops, I don't want to accidentally get rid of that. I could have copied and pasted, but of course I like to do it the hard way. Because of course. Motor City Ray. I believe I have spelled this correctly. So everybody, if you're not already following Motor City Ray, give him a follow and be sure to say hello in his chat and click his little live icon so that you're counting as a viewer. I will see you all tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central, to work more on these minis. And have a good night, everybody. Bye!